Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am double checking to make sure I have sound. Little bit of a story about that. We've been having some storms where I am, and it knocked a couple of days ago without the storms. My power was knocked out twice in one day, and I just didn't notice that my microphone was off. And so yesterday, a 50-minute live with no sound. Felt like I was back in the silent movie days. So I'm going to take that video that I had and do a voiceover and re-upload it, but that's going to take a minute. Good morning, Christina. Thank you so much for letting me know I have sound. That was that was a little crazy. And then we had our Q&A call yesterday. So that went really well for the first time getting together. We will have another one April 12th. And we have a couple other special things in store for the community. Um, so more to come on that a little bit later in another live. And we had Craft Showdown last night. Oh my gosh, the technical gremlins were at it yesterday. Everybody was having problems. Oh, and then we were having a storm in the middle of our live. Like all the things were happening. Um, didn't know if we were gonna have a tornado or were we having a bunch of hail. So it was kind of it was kind of fun yesterday. I am struggling a little bit. Working on about 4.5 hours of sleep. So it will be really light today because I will be going back to sleep. Um, just need a nap before I get up and do all the things that I have to do today. So, um, Christina, were you able to join the live yesterday? Or not the live, sorry, the craft showdown live. I'm curious to see what you thought because I knew that was your first time joining the craft showdown. It got a little crazy yesterday. As usual, the antics and then the April Fool's joke that was played upon me. Yeah, like all the things were happening. So I think the April Fool's joke kind of backfired on some people, but that's okay. It, what goes around comes around, as I call it. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So yesterday I talked about textures and gel printing and how different textures to the gel plate um, could really influence your gel print, right? So I'm not going to recap the video that I did yesterday. I'm just going to take it kind of easy and we're just going to gel print today. I'm still in the blue family. Need quite a bit of blues, and so this whole weekend's been about the blue family, and I've only gotten about I think 4 or 5 gel prints with blues. A lot of tone on tone. I want to take. I want to start trying to pick up some of this old paint on here, and this is paint left over from yesterday. It looks a little blurry, but I guarantee you the camera's not blurry. It's just what you're seeing on the gel plate. So, I just pointing at the letters on my glass mat so that you could see that. I also didn't realize how close um my camera was. Um and I think the reason why it was close was because of the collages. So anyway, that's why so I backed it up and so we'll see what happens. Maybe a little bit more blue here. It's gonna take a minute to get um this dried paint off just a little bit. So we'll roll that out and get started with that. And I just had some stencils. Okay, there it is. All right. So let's just go ahead and roll this out. I did put a little bit more paint on here than normal. Yesterday, I was didn't have enough paint on my plate and things were kind of drying out really quickly. So we'll see what we can do with this one, I'm taking the trusty old. I've used this bubble wrap so much. So if you ever get bubble wrap, definitely save yourself some bubble wrap. I mean, that's just one of the favorites for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but that's one of my favorites. You can do a lot with bubble wrap. And while that's just drying a little bit, I want to try to get a bigger sheet of paper. I might not have it. No, but those two pieces of paper would work for sure. This one, it's a little bit bigger. Okay. So while that's drying a little bit, do the hand wave. Okay, this is a transparent paint that I have in my hand. Oh, where did my pliers go? Okay. 1 second, just looking for the pliers. Not seeing them. Okay. Nope. Just looking for pliers. Just 1 second. Did they get buried? No, they did not. Oh, there they are. Oh. Okay. Love my Winsor Newtons, but I can never get the tops off of them. They just really stick on there. And the little knobby things. It's supposed to help with grip, but it hurts my hands. So here we are. I am adding a little bit more green to this because we're going to try to pull this up. It's okay if it's not on the rice paper that I want to put it on, but no, not enough. Not enough. I'm trying to pull up this layer. And when we work on this layer, I will have to get the 8.5 by 11 gel plate out because this will take a minute about pulling up your prints. On this particular one, because I'm trying to pull up older paint, it's going to take a minute to sit there. And so it doesn't tear my paper. So we'll see if we have any paper tears. Hopefully not. Hopefully this will pull up. And I'm just using big sheets of butcher paper here. Oh, not big enough. There we go. All right. I could tell that it's when you are rubbing, this is a good tip here. When you're rubbing your paper, okay, and it starts to wrinkle up like this and feel wet, you know you need to keep that paper on there a little bit longer. Because if you were to pull it up, it could easily tear your paper. So you just need to give it a little bit of time. And I knew that it was going to do that because I put a lot of paint on the plate, but also I'm trying to pull up the all that dried paint around the edges that have been built up from our jelly printing sessions. I'm really focusing on those edges because that's where a lot of this is at. This paper over here on this side's only got a little bit. So let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, it's got to sit. All right, we'll let that sit. I might get a paper tear or two. Let that sit, and I'll get the 8.5 by 11. Okay. Now I store my gel plates in these tins. I don't know if you can still get them or not. They're the Dina Wakley gel plate storage tins that I got from Ranger. Love these. The only problem I have with them is they might not be deep enough because now my plate sticks to the top of the gel plate. I mean, of the tin, but that's okay. It doesn't really hurt it. But this is how I store my gel plates. Now, I'm just going to, because we're kind of letting that sit, I'm just going to gel plate on top of it. So here we go. We're just going to let that sit and do its thing. I do like this blue a lot. I keep forgetting about it. It's just a typical cerulean blue. But we're going to take now on this particular piece, I'm going to just use regular copy paper instead of my rice paper. Only because I don't like all those white edges and I don't want to, my rice paper is like a 9 by 12. And while I like it to go edge to edge, the copy paper will be the right size for this. Okay. As I was digging through some copy paper, I came across my favorite paper. It is really fun to gel print with. I'm going to show it to you. All right. So this, let's see if I can get a clear piece. Hold on. This here, it's hard to see. Do you see it? This is Braille paper. Braille paper. So it's the paper that they use to make that you can read if you know your Braille dots. And so it makes great texture. It's going to make these little dots all over. And I love the feel of Braille paper because of the raised dots. They're embossed and debossed because this is printed on both sides. Check that out. Look at that. It's hard to see with the light. Sorry. Let me see if I can lift it for you. Look at that. Those are little Braille dots. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so I there was a YouTuber friend back in COVID days. She teaches Braille. She's a Braille teacher to read Braille. Let me rephrase it. And she helps people get certified in reading Braille. And if I find her channel, I will drop it in the link below. We've lost touch with each other. She's gone off to do some great things. She's an amazing lady, but we kind of lost touch over the years. But I will try to find her YouTube channel and drop a link in the description. But love Braille paper. And she sent me a stylus, and we were trying to do some collabs, but we just never really connected and got the thing off the ground. Um, so, but I still see her on Instagram a couple times. So, I'll have to check and see if she's still doing her YouTube channel, but amazing lady. So she sent me some of this, and I just forever am grateful for it. And she does some art as well. So she does some interesting things with Braille and her students to get to learn um, how to read Braille. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. I think I want a little bit of a lighter color. So this having this kind of print in the background and then layering other prints on top of it um, really gives you depth in your gel print. So this blue, while it's blue, if you will, I didn't want it to overpower it. So I am putting another, like a lighter color on top of it. Oh, those are Newton paints, man. Oh. So I probably have too much white, but that's okay. We'll just mix it. Oh yeah, too much white, but that's okay. And this is where you have too much paint on your plate. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to keep rolling it. And the more you roll, the more it comes off your plate. Now, I'd probably roll this onto another plate. It's my brayer. It's kind of full right now, but that's okay. I'm going to lightly, just to get the impression. I don't really want to pull up the braille that's underneath it, but we can always go in with the paper again if we need to. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not pulling off my braille. Yeah, I did pull off some. Wow, we knew that was going to happen now, didn't we? Yeah, I did. I did pull off some, as you can see right there. Let me see if I can go back in and kind of just push it down some more. See if I can get some more braille print. On whatever paper's left over. Or paint, I mean. Okay, we got some back in there. All right, we'll see what happens here. All right. We got some dots on here. Not a lot. Some of it came off, but that's okay. And then I think I don't know if I have any blue left on that brayer without it drying, so we'll see. Let me see what happens. Oh, I do have some blue. Some blue. I don't know. This just seemed to have maybe all mixed. I don't know. This might have been a failed jelly attempt. We'll go back again if we didn't get it. The one underneath. Oh, yeah, that's gonna look cool. Okay. It's getting there. This has got a little bit of wetness to it, but that's all right. We'll see what we can do. Oh, okay. It's not as bad. Not as bad. It left a ghost print of the. I used this old math thing on here, and so it left a lot of math on here. I don't know if you can see that or not. See? There's some math on there. But anyway, there's our braille, and we have some different color blues in there, a little bit of white. But because I went with a darker color, I knew I had to go lighter, because otherwise, if I went darker, you may not have seen, especially when you're doing tone on tone, you may not have seen the dots. So there it is. All right. Let's put this to the side for a minute. Oh, please don't knock things over. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this up. Nope, it's going to tear the paper right there. Well, we go in another direction. If you're starting to take your what's it called, your paper off your plate, and it starts to tear, then go in a different direction. And then you also need to, when you have heavy layers like this, you need to pull very gently and try to break up some of those the paint that's still left on the plate. Like right there is a piece that I have to like cut with my finger. So we got several layers right there off that plate. Now this one, on the other hand, we'll see how this goes. Oh, it's starting to tear. See if I can flip it over. So this is how your gel print's going to look when you pull it up. So another thing you can do is you can always roll your plate or your gel plate off your paper, and that will help with some of the paper tearing. So make sure, oh, see, like all that right there is paper tearing. We're just going to try to pull in a different direction. This is not hurting your gel plate. It's just gel. So you can roll it. See you trying to tear my paper. You could have sat there a little bit longer. It probably wouldn't have done that. Just go slow, especially when you have a lot of dried on here. It's just easier to go slow. And then when you start to see it pull up, try to cut it with your finger if you can. Like, not right there. It's not. So we just go in a different direction. Oh, that was really tearing because that's what it's doing. Yeah, it's right there on the edge, and it's got a lot of heavy paint, so it could have sat there a little longer. All right. This is just a disaster now. We got that part off, which is what this is I'm cleaning my plate, right? Sure, you could take water and the little soap or whatever. I would just do water and pull it off. But You can clean it that way, but you don't get all these cool little textures. So that's why I don't really wash my plate. Now, when that happens, you will always have these spots on your plate because of the paper and the paint on the plate. So you just want to go, I just pick mine off as you see. And it will come off just fine. And that's how I clean my plate. And I have printed on both sides of the gel plate. So I'm just picking off some big pieces. Okay. There you go. That's how you do that. Oh, I froze? Oh, am I still frozen, Christina? That's just weird. Hmm. Let me know if I'm still frozen. Okay. Nope, I'm back. Okay, great. All right. So here is the clean off gel print. And and this is the other piece of it because the paper wasn't big enough. So that's the whole print right there. Yep. That's the whole print that was on my plate. Then we did a pool with some braille and some math paper. And that was what we worked on today. So as you can see, I need some more blue and this green I won't be able to use in the upcoming collage, but I will be able to use it on those little 4x4 squares. But I'm trying to do some other collaging also that I'm going to be introducing. And yesterday was day 22 and we ended our 3 weeks of 100-day lives. And now we're starting on week 4. And so I think Tuesday, because today's 23, 24. Yeah, Tuesday will be mark 25 days of 100-day lives. And I am currently working on a video that I need to do. I am behind on that video. But I will recap my first 2 weeks of what I've learned. And then right on its heels, I'll have another 2 weeks to do. So we'll see. But anyway, if you are new here, you're just catching this on replay, we are definitely building a community over there. I am looking for people to share their art and to share their thoughts on these lives, as well as their 100-day journey. It's okay if you're not doing 100 days and you're just making art. You don't have to be doing 100 days to join our community. So I just didn't want everybody to think that you had to be doing that. It is a free community for now. So join now because the doors will probably be closing pretty soon around April 12th. So definitely join. And we're going to have a monthly Q&A call on April 12th. And let me know how you're doing. And this week's coming up. So that'll be exciting. I hope you have a great Sunday. And thank you for ratcheting up your art and have a great day.